Hello and welcome. First video to the channel. This arrived in the post. Now, let's have a look inside. What's in here then? We have an Armament R501. This gun was bought as a bit of fun. It was sold as seen on a retailer, a UK retailer's website. Sold as seen as a Boneyard gun. I don't usually do this, and I don't usually condone buying Boneyard items because it can work out that, yeah, alright, first of all they're cheap. In first instance, yeah, they might be cheap and they're quite attractive because they're cheap. However, you might end up spending more money in parts than buying a new gun to get it working, or it might be so unbelievably, just, I'm not going to swear, but unbelievably, that it's beyond repair, or you'll end up spending a lot of money sending it off to get someone to repair it for you if you're not able to do it yourself, or a combination of those three things. It's risky, and I don't usually do it, but I fancied a bit of a giggle, so I thought I'd give it a go, and it was too cheap to pass up. Here are the issues. It was sold with a description saying that it fires from full auto. Now, usually on a high capper or a 1911 or something around this sort of pistol, they run the sears and everything rely on a leaf spring, which is basically a flappy piece of sprung steel in the back here, which push against all the sears and disconnector, and also the grip safety. And if that's installed incorrectly, it can lead to having full auto issues. So I was hoping it was an easy fix, but I don't know, to be honest. Let's have a look. Does the hammer lock back? No. Oh, it does sometimes. Okay. Yeah, that's not right at all. Let's have a look. Does the safety work? Oh, the side lock's back when it shouldn't. It's stiff. Okay, the safety is very, very loose and wobbly. There's no spring or detent in there. The right side select safety. Well, that's knackered. Let's just take that out. Yeah, and the slide stop also can move freely, so that indicates to me that this has probably been taken apart at some point. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. There's a little bit of wear on that screw in there as well for the mag catch. So this has been taken apart. Well, I knew that anyway. I knew it was not going to be brand new, and I took that risk. So let's see if we can unruin this. I don't think that needs to be taken apart further just yet. I might do later to just check the blowback housing against a Marui one from a 1911, just to see if they're compatible. Selector, safety even. Yeah, that's destroyed. Nah. Luckily I'm right-handed, so it's not too much of an issue. It's just a cosmetic, so I can get away with that. Right. Right side, left side, sorry, is good. Looks like it's been ground down there, but that does look like it's been done at the factory. I don't quite know. That seems to be okay. But yeah, there was no detent or spring. Is there a detent in there? I wonder. Oh, okay. So there's one detent there, just one. Spring's missing, and I wonder. So there's a hole there for the detent, and there's a hole on the other side, but there's only one little detent there, which is a bit of a shame. That concerns me quite a bit, actually. Just out of interest. Okay, it's easy to put in, but oh blimey, that's tight. Oh, jeez, that was a little bit tighter than it should have been. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if this is coming up on camera, but I can see actually as you see inside there, it's part of the leaf spring that's protruding inside the pistol grip there, which is not great. So that would be why that's got that wear on the back. So the leaf spring inside here is pushing, instead of being here, it's like this. It's pushing inside the pistol grip, and then when you insert the mag, it's doing this, rubbing against the top of the mag. So this is being assembled incorrectly. Let's punch out that pin. Right, just put the hammer strut up the way. Might as well even take the grip safety off. Okay, look, that's classic example of how not to install a leaf spring. This is the leaf spring here, and the middle prong should be resting on the back of this. This is the sear. This is what keeps the hammer cocked back. This is the disconnector, and this part adds a little bit of spring towards you, the camera, for the grip safety. So you have to push the grip safety down, which then enables you to fire. This leaf spring has been installed completely wrong. But yeah, that's been grinding on the back of the mag. You see it's the same shape. So that's been pushing against that. When really, that should not be anywhere near the magazine. That should be on top of the sear. But it's been installed underneath it, in between this and the pistol grip, causing that wear. That'll also explain the full auto issue, because the sear isn't engaging the hammer properly at all. Now, I wonder whether me putting that back in correctly will fix the issue. Let's try. There's many ways of putting these in. And to be honest, do it the way that works best for you. Do it the way you prefer. I know that groove, sorry, that little bit there at the bottom goes in that groove in the frame. So I usually put that in first and then drop it on top. It's up to you how you do it. But you see that's putting pressure on the sear now. That's good, that's how it should be. I'm just going to release the sear so that the hammer isn't half cocked. Right, next thing, hammer housing. I'm just going to put that in halfway just to hold that in place. Makes my life a lot easier. Yeah. Then the hammer strut can come back in like that. Grip safety needs to go in too, and I'm going to put in the side of the safety switch. I keep calling this a selector. It's not a selector. Safety needs to go in, but before I do, let's sort out this detent problem. So effectively, inside this channel, you should have spring, detent, detent, like that. That should be arranged inside there. Detent pushing this way for your slide stop, detent pushing this way for your safety. My spring isn't big enough, so I'm going to do this and put detent, spring, spring, like that. I'm actually going to swap them round. Reason being, this one's rounded, so that might engage better for my slide stop. And this one I'm going to put in this way around for my safety. So I'm going to put those in there. Okay, that should be under spring tension now. Yeah, there's quite a lot of tension there, which is good, and you can see the detent here on the other side sticking out, yeah, which has got tension too. One thing you can do, get a flathead screwdriver, push the detent fully home like this, put your safety in, make sure it's engaged with the grip safety, like that, put the safety down, take your screwdriver out, and what should happen now, oh, that's lovely, nice positive click there of engaging the safety. That's what we want. Right, the hammer housing back in place. Make sure the hammer strut is centralised onto the hammer spring. There should be lots of tension there, which there is. Mag well back in. Hold it together. Pin. Tap with hammer. That's now home. And then finish off with punch. That'll do. Right, moment of truth. Ooh, hammer locks. Fires. Holding down to see if the reset works. Holding down the trigger. Yep, hammer locks. Reset. Fire. Safety. Push the safety up. Yep, the safety works. Okay, so that looks like it should work now. I've not tried it with BBs or gas yet, so I know the right side safety is a bit ruined, but I'm still going to put it back in. Right, let's lock it back. The hammer, slide back on. Let's get the slide. There's a notch there in the slide. This one, that's like a little circular one. That one should be lined up with the cutout. Slide stop. Because I've got that detent in now. Listen. That clicked into place. Yeah, that's now in place. If you push it from the other side, so there's actually something holding it in place now. Magazine. Does it drop free? It does. It's no longer catching on the back. Good sign. And let's go. It helps if I cock it. Right, ready? Nice. So, risk paid off. Remember, Boneyard stuff. Ugh, come on, it's at your own risk. But you should know that anyway. Compatibility. Now then, this is a TM Tokyo Marui 1911. Stock. Completely stock. Actually, that's a lie. It's got a, can't remember the brand, is it Guns Modify? Cylinder head in there, or piston cup. That's the only difference, that's the only thing I've changed. What I really want to see now is whether the slide has much compatibility. Off the bat, Marui slides and frames do differ slightly, in that Marui always make these bits really, this bit isn't as wide as this. If you were to take a caliper and measure that compared to that, this one's all on a Marui, it's always cut down, and that's because of the way the plastic slide works. On the inside of the plastic slide there is a reinforced insert there, which is for the slide stop, and that reinforced insert protrudes into the slide. So this slide, okay, this complete metal slide will not function on here. It will not physically fit on here. Or is it the other way around? What am I talking about? Yeah, so it's the other way around. So that plastic slide won't function on this because, yeah, because of this insert here. However, this slide should function with this Marui frame. Let's put the Marui back in, and that feels looser, which is nice. Let's try that mag again. Yeah, locks back. So that's quite cool actually. I do quite like the look of that. That's cool. That's really cool. Same size. It's nice, that compensator on the end. It's really cool on that. Do I be a dickhead and keep it like that? No. But that is cool. I do like the look of that. Right, so we want to know whether the blowback unit in this is compatible with this, and the other way around. The lower frame, is safe to say that they're identical. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like a... That looks the same actually. I'm going to take that spring out. I don't want to lose that spring. Where's me little... Let's take that spring out. There you go. So, they look the same, don't they? Yeah, they look exactly the same. Awesome. I really hope they are. That's the Army one. That's the Marui one. I'm not going to bother with the spring. I'm just going to stick that in there and see if it fits, because that's the whole point of this. It's tight. Oh, it's going, but it is tight. Yeah, that will go in with a bit of persuasion. So it's not a drop-in fit. If you want to get a Garda blow butt unit, Garda are quite faithful to TM in terms of dimensions a lot of the times, from what I've found, and there's bound to be some little love nugget out there. Goes, oh no, they're different, I've had a different one. Yeah, whatever. You probably have. But yeah, most Garda stuff I've found fits really, really well with Marui. Yeah, there's your difference there. It's slightly different. A little bit of filing, a bit of sanding. Not a fit, no problem at all. Quite confident with that. So yeah, lovely. We know the blow butt units are compatible, which is really good. That means I can replace nozzles if nozzles break, all the rest of it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been informative in some way or another. Only buying Boneyard stuff at your own risk. I wouldn't recommend it. I really wouldn't. I like taking stuff apart. I always have done. You do that at your own risk. Wrap up. Armament R501, Marui compatible, I would say. Good value for money. Just be wary, because the parts are made out of pot metal. Eventually, if you play with them hard, if you take them apart a lot, things will break. Just make sure you replace them as and when. Yeah, thanks for watching.